Hi, my name's Simeon Chien, and I'm a musician, singer, songwriter, and multi-instrumentalist based in Dundee, Scotland. I was born with this rare condition called Cystic Hygroma at birth, and I was diagnosed with autism when I was 5 years old. So when I went into primary school, I was being provided with music therapy from Nordorf and Robbins Music Therapy, and then later on I was doing some brain drum exercises at that time, and of course music was playing on CD players at that time, and I heard Billy Joel playing on the CD player, and it was Uptown Girl, and because I've been a massive fan of Billy Joel, I eventually got into music then, and then I started taking up piano lessons when I got into high school, and then later on I started learning guitar, and then I learned bass, and then I started learning drums as well. I've also done a wee bit of singing as well, which later came into songwriting, and but later on, after graduating uni, I was learning the ukulele and the double bass as well, and the bass ukulele, of course. So in terms of my music career, I got hired in music when I was at school, and then after that I went to university and carried on studying music for a while, and then I got an honours degree after fourth year, and then I studied sound engineering at the same university, and then I got a third year degree through that, and now I'm pretty much just doing a lot of local gigs within the music scene. So after that, so around about in the past as well, like I've been getting into a wide variety of different kinds of music. So I'm into a lot of rock and pop, jazz, R&B as well, reggae as well, metal, and also Latin as well, and a lot of funk music as well, which is all the disco-y beat. So there's a lot of disco stuff as well that I like, and the artists and bands that I've been into are mainly Billy Joel, but I've also been into Kings of Leon. I'm also into Jamiroquai. I'm also into Paul McCartney, also the Beatles. I'm into Coldplay as well. I'm into Carlos Santana, also like Stevie Wonder, and I also like Herbie Hancock as well, and also a wee bit of Fleetwood Mac as well, Bob Marley, and also a wide range of jazz artists as well, to be into the jazz music scene. So as well, throughout my career, I've also been into songwriting as well. Songwriting is my main, one of my main perspectives in music that I really like doing. So I started music when I was about 12 years old, which was of course way back to when I was at high school, going back to that time. And I also got into songwriting when I was 16. I was still doing covers at that time when I was learning all my instruments. The instruments that I play are the bass guitar, electric and acoustic, piano, also keyboard as well, drums. I also sing. I play ukulele, double bass, and bass ukulele. So I was 16 when I first started writing songs. My first album was called Off the Tower, and I wrote that back in 2012. I was still at high school at that time. So this has been going on from that year all the way up to the present time. So I therefore have 14 solo albums and 2 compilation albums. So it's been I've reached the 14th album this year, and the way that I write songs is that I would pick up an instrument or sit at it, coming up with melodies and chords and bass lines and drums. So that's either picking up a guitar or a bass or even sitting at a drum kit, or picking up a ukulele as well on a double bass. Also sit at a piano and or a drum kit as well and come up with these. And if I'm happy with the music, then I write the lyrics over that. And I use a laptop to write the lyrics out. So I've got an electronic copy of the lyrics. Then it's all recorded in the new year using GarageBand. All that's recorded on all the instruments as well as singing, and then that gets mixed, mastered, and produced on Pro Tools. The recording process is done through GarageBand, but I use Pro Tools as well for the mixing, mastering, and production stage, and then that all gets shared on social media and streaming platforms. So you can find all my songs through YouTube, also on Bandcamp. You can also find them on a few websites that I've made using Wix, and you can also find them on my Facebook page. You can find them on my Instagram page as well. And you can also find them on Twitter and Threads as well. So they're all out there. And also, the music also gets arranged on music scores using a software called Sibelius, which I arrange all the instruments that I've played on there and the voices as well. And I use the scores for the rehearsals and gigs as well. Because recently I've also been playing my own songs out with a live band called Simeon Chien, the Noisy Boys, and from that we've had a lot of rehearsals along the way, and we've also been playing some live gigs. One of my main gigs that I've done has mostly been at Grout shows in Dundee, but I've also played at Bannerman's in Edinburgh. I played at Ivory Blacks in Glasgow. I've also been playing at the Twatams in Perth, and I've also been doing a lot of soul gigs as well, where I've just been singing and playing an acoustic guitar. So these gigs have all been going really well. Although I've also been playing bass in a local jazz band called Jazzmetropolitan, which I've played a few gigs in. And I've also been at some jazz jams as well, where I've been jamming with different people. I've also attended the Richard Michael Summer Jazz course once a year, where I get to learn different kinds of skills and techniques on the instrument, throughout jazz music mainly. So there's been a wide range of things I've been doing, and I'm still continuing to jam with a wide variety of different musicians along my way throughout my career, and it's just been the great music's just been something that's just been part of me throughout my life in a way in which it's meant anything to me. It's helped me to overcome so much, and it's helped me to feel more confident and meet new people. And from that, music can help in many ways in terms of people's mental health. It helps people manage health and well-being as well, and it's also really good for people in care homes as well, and within facilities where there's children with special needs as well. That music has been the main tool to be able to help these people overcome such things like that, it's always just been helpful to help people through the way, you know. So thank you for listening, and I hope you've enjoyed listening to my stories about my music.